DC Intel. Stay ahead with real-time breaking news and intelligence updates from around the nation. Your trusted source for reliable and insightful information.
You are listening to the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network.
Welcome to DC Intel, your go-to source for breaking news and intelligence updates from around the nation. Stay informed with the latest developments, insightful analyses, and comprehensive coverage of key events. Follow us to never miss an important story and join the conversation on what's happening in our country. Together, let's stay ahead of the news.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing. And always have the courage to be yourself.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
But from today and from the day I take the oath of office, we will rapidly drive prices down and make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable again. So as much as you can, do something that you love, work hard, and never, ever give up, and you're going to be tremendously successful. Tremendously successful. Thank you. God bless our military. God bless the memory of the fallen. God bless our Gold Star families. And God bless America. Thank you very much.
You are listening to your source for trusted intel and news. You're listening to Live with DC.
Hey there, it's your favorite president. You need to be listening to my friend DC. He's a trusted source and won't lead you astray.
Thank you for listening to You Host DC, your trusted source for intel and news.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Who in the hell does he think he is? Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. 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 Donald 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 Trump.
Biden. I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time.
Who does he think he is?
He's your daddy. That's exactly who he is, Donald Trump. Happy Friday, everybody. It's going to be a good show. I got some great stuff for you. It's Friday. We're not going to be depressing, but I got some funny. Well, I think it's fun. It's hilarious. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Good to see everybody in here, and going to have a good time. At least I think we will. If you don't have a good time, that's your fault. So, anyway, happy Friday. Let's see who we got in the house here today. We can scroll back up here. Prairieville, Louisiana. Awesome. Been there before. Good afternoon from Kentucky. Good deal. Let's see here. Hello, DC. Hello, Enforcer. Love from Pennsylvania. Ringgold, Georgia in the house again. Happy Friday. Thanks for everything, Maryland. Okay, Maryland. Good for you. Anxiously waiting. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Present and accounted for. Good. Pamela, howdy. In the final countdown. Yeah, exactly. You have no idea. No idea. Look forward to the show daily. Thank you. Absolutely. Hello from Raleigh, North Carolina, retired. Awesome. Hello, Pam. Pamela, Kentucky in the house. Good afternoon, DC, Kentucky in here. We got a lot of Kentucky here today. Chicago suburbs, Illinois. Good deal. Pages from Madison, Alabama. Hello, DC from awesome Sunshine State. Okay. Good afternoon, brother. Heard Judy was stepping in. Yeah, I don't know about that yet. Yeah, Jennifer, I don't know about that yet. Just hang tight. Good afternoon from Mississippi, mid-Missouri, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Been there several times. Patriots from Oklahoma, Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Who else we got here? Got Texas in the house. Brenda at her flooring store today. Well, hello everybody at the flooring store. Hopefully everybody gets to hear DC. Let's see here. What else we got? Sorry, this is moving so fast. What's up with the flags at half staff today? Be honest with you, I'm not sure on that. You'll have to tell me where they're at, and I'll look on that. Howdy from Amite, Louisiana. Still having your intel. Thanks. All right. Awesome. Here from DC, from Georgia. We got a lot of people in here. Hello, DC and Patriots. Hello to you. Flags, half staff. Yep, Capitol Building. Central Alabama. Second time. Love it. Good. Keep coming back. We got good content. Hello from Virginia. Hello, DC. Southwest Georgia. Good deal. Georgia. The joy of the Lord of our strength. Yeah. Tell it to the Democrats. They believe that they're the source of the joy. East Tennessee in a house, Bristol, Virginia. Nancy Pelosi dropping her toilet paper. Yeah, I saw something coming out of her pants. I didn't know. It's hard to speculate these days what comes out of people's pants. Happy Friday, Candace. Good to see you or have you. Alabama in the house. North Carolina, Mississippi, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Hello, Patriots from West Texas. Dawsonville, Georgia. Man, on the road to Tulsa, Oklahoma. We'll be safe. Added you as my favorite. Awesome. Thank you so much. I missed you yesterday. Couldn't find you to go back and watch. I'll tell you about that here in a second. Good afternoon from DFW, Texas area. Good deal. Northern Virginia, Kentucky again. Happy Friday. Winston-Salem. From Los Angeles. Wow. Well, thank you so much for listening. We got a lot going on. Something so, I'm telling you what, you all will probably laugh. I know a lot of people ain't laughing. Pretty ticked off. But thank you for everybody that's coming in here today. Yeah, yesterday we did our video and it went into, when we went to process it, hit finish, it locked up and it just kept processing and processing and processing. I finally was able to download the whole video last night, and it's currently trying to be uploaded now to the Rumble, and then it'll be on the YouTube. Very weird what happened. But anyway, got lots of news. So this DNC, wow. We saw last night, and of course, there's two ways you can look at this. One, you could be very, very sick of them. Daggone, I'm not even going to go into that. I'm going to tell you what the funny thing is. I can't even hold it. So, I don't know if you all remember, a good while back, there was this paper that was released. Now, I text some of my friends and ask them to listen today. And hopefully they're listening. This is hilarious. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. First I thought, man, I better not do that. And I did it. They're saying a representative from Virginia passed away, and it's okay. I'll look into it. Harley Chick, good to see you. So, anyways, several months ago, well, about a month or two ago, there was this paper that supposedly was sent to the judge that was over Trump's, his court. Do y'all remember that? And it said that somebody in the the jurors, somebody in there told a friend of their friend of a friend, whatever it was, that they were going to convict Trump, yada, yada, yada. And so now it had to be looked into. You remember all that? So then the mainstream media jumps on it. If this is what's going to happen, this could change everything. This could change everything. Everything. And then after a while, it came out that it was a joke. And then you have all these Republicans that are so mad because somebody played a joke on them. That was pretty serious there. To be that extreme about Trump. Y'all can type in there if y'all remember it, say yes. If not, y'all have to go Google it. But anyway, so this letter pops up and they say, said that they was going to have to investigate this because if this is true, there's some serious ramifications here, and this will make the whole trial thing just disappear. And sorry, trying to put this on my iPad so I can read this to you guys. And so everybody was so upset. I can't believe anybody would do that. Anybody do it? Well, so this DNC is going on, okay? And I only told one other person what I was doing. And I said this. Well, first of all, let me read this to you. Beyonce did not perform at the DNC despite tons of speculation. Rumors of a surprise performance on the night of Vice President Kamala Harris' historic DNC speech had fans buzzing. Madison, Wisconsin, good to see you. I'm from McDonough, okay. And so all these people were so, oh my gosh. Yesterday, if you saw it on the news, you would just be like, this is crazy. And they're all going berserk because rumor is Beyonce is going to be there. Hang tight. We're going somewhere with this. Dallas, Georgia, can see you. It says, unfortunately, Queen Bey, this is the Huffington Post, HuffPost. Also, it's on TMZ. It's Fox News, everything. And so, it says, unfortunately, Queen Bey did not hit the stage at the 2024 Democratic National Convention on Thursday night, putting an end to tons of online speculation and false reports. In the days and hours leading up to the Vice President Kamala Harris' historic acceptance of the party's, or the Poopy Party's presidential nomination at the Democratic National Convention on Thursday night, rumors of a surprise Thursday night performance by Beyonce or Taylor Swift. Citing unnamed sources, both TMZ and The Hill reported on Thursday that Beyonce was the surprise performer, although no official announcement had been made by the DNC. The Rolling Stone reported that the city officials were working to prepare for the prospect of Beyonce's great arrival. It's crazy that one person familiar with the matter told Rolling Stone, people are running the show and working here obviously will prepare for Beyonce Palooza. We keep being told, I don't know when it comes up, but however, later on Thursday evening, fans were disappointed. when they realized that Beyonce was not going to be on stage. All right. So, the DNC, okay? The DNC, this shows you how prepared they are, okay? This shows you how put together they are. Beyonce's going to perform, okay? And they don't even know it. They don't know when she's showing up. Matter of fact, that band come out there, the snare drums and all that stuff. And of course, even Fox News, they're getting prepared for Beyonce. Getting prepared for Beyonce. Oh my God, I hope my friends are listening right now because they're going to go crazy. And so, finally, it goes on and Beyonce ain't showing up. So, the DNC, the people in charge there, they contact a representative of Beyonce, and he says, listen, I don't know where this is coming from, but she is not performing there tonight. And all these people that showed up, I even saw it. They were doing interviews with people. And as everyone last night, now I was pretty pissed last night with just Kamala and what she said, and we'll get to that later. But I was laughing my butt off because they're going around and these people's like, oh God, I just came here because Beyonce's going to be here. Oh my gosh, Beyonce, I'm such a fan. I'm such a fan. Can I tell you a little secret? This show is about intel, right? Here we go. Well, let me just finish this. So the Beyonce's representative says Beyonce has never been scheduled to be there. And they even told the Hollywood Reporter and said the report of this performance is untrue. Rumors about the pop star attending and performing this year's DNC celebration is false. Although Vice President Kamala Harris, the presidential nominee, never said nothing about this. No one said nothing about this. Okay. Here's your intel for the day. I thought it would be absolutely hilarious just to see how far that rumor would go. Okay. And I went on several discussion boards and different things. Not as myself, DC, okay. But as, fictitious, whatever. And I started these daggone rumors. I woke up this morning and it's all over TMZ. It's all over Fox News. People just tore all to pieces because Beyonce didn't show up. I got news for you. Their little joke they played on us with the Donald Trump thing, I just socked it to the whole DNC and they had no clue. These dumb followers, is what they are. Dumb. Absolutely stupid, ignorant. That's what they are. They're dumb. And I proved a point. One, I hope Donald Trump hears this. As Bub, I did it for you too. And I did it for the American people, and I did it also for the listeners of this show. Just to show you, and, just to see how far it would go. And boy, did it go. I make national news and they don't even know who I am. Praise God. And the funny thing is after you see all these people going, I just came to see Beyonce. I just don't know why she didn't show up. Crying. Not crying because Kamala's up there. We're at home crying. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, good God, I can't wait till tomorrow because I'm going to tell the people this. Because when I saw the chicks on there, these black chicks going, I'm just so upset. I'm so upset that Beyonce just didn't show up. She didn't give her support to Kamala. No, you buffoon. You fell for rumors. That shows you right there that America is so freaking gullible. And that shows you the power of infiltration. I have laughed my butt off. I have laughed my butt off all day. And I'll probably laugh. If anything, this is probably the best thing I've ever done in my life, according to me. Oh my God. And what's funny is I got Fox News on here, and I got another one up here. It's Live Now or something like that. Of course, they're waiting on RFK to make his major announcement, which we know what that is. And of course, then Trump, his deal in Vegas. I don't even care about that today. I'm just laughing my butt off at this. And it only takes just a few. Yeah, Fox News did talk about it. That's why I started laughing. I was like, holy snot. They're on there talking about this. Beyonce didn't show up. Her representatives don't even know where this came from. The people so let down because Beyonce had the nerve to not show up. Laughter is a good medicine, and so is a little bit of get back. So for what they did to us, with this little letter thing that supposedly was brought out, and and they said that Trump, there was a juror and all that stuff, and how everyone went crazy. It was all, and then the guy said, goes, "Hey guys, I did it as a joke." Well, then we were pretty pissed. A lot of people were ticked. I didn't go that far. I'm not getting into a legal thing like that. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. But I figured, you know what? I'll just play a little thing here and see how far we can go with this. And can I tell you, I only said that 5 different times. That's it. Beyonce. And it may be rumored that Taylor may come too. Who knows? It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So I just want to say thank you so much for Beyonce that did not really appear last night. All the single ladies, all the single ladies are out there crying today. Can't believe she didn't show up. It's good medicine. It's good medicine. And that just shows you right now that just one person can change so much. Can I tell you something? I infiltrated the DNC. Oh, God, it's hilarious. Oh, my gosh. So anyways, okay. Enough of me just basking in the cries of the no Beyonce. We'll see. We'll just see how far this, how many more times they repeat this. It's just hilarious. Oh my God. So anyway, let's see what we got here. It was the room. Yeah. I did not see Gutfield last night. Tell me what he said. Imagine voting for someone because they think Beyonce will be there. Absolutely. And get this, a Republican got them there. Just by a stinking joke. All right, so let's move on. I'll probably get hate mail. People, I can't believe you did that. We're supposed to be upholding the right and be representing God. And couldn't believe you do something like that. I did. And I'll continue to do things like that if I feel like it. Yeah, anyway, so next week, it's up in air, Southwest Missouri. Good to see you. It's up in air of whether I'm going to be on Monday and Tuesday or not. We'll just have to play it by ear. If you don't hear me on Monday or Tuesday, I'll be back Wednesday for sure. I do have some good stuff that for next week that I'll be verifying. I just want to verify, like overly verify, because it's pretty big, guys. Pretty big. We're about to see the major kick in the butt into this thing that's been going on in our country. with military. When we say it's about to go down, it really is about to go down. And so, yeah. So anyways, so one thing I saw was something was trending in politics. It was talking about Q had there was a statement that said that change of batter is coming. And why is Kamala playing the role that she is right now when Joe is supposedly the president? The Washington Post says VP Kamala Harris is playing an unusually large role in what's going on these days. She's also played a large role in shaping Biden's foreign policies. Harris has spoken independently of Biden at least to 6 world leaders, an unusually large number for a voice of a vice president. I believe of course, Biden's going on another vacation or whatever. You know what? That's the thing about these guys. They've done nothing but vacation while they've been on the job. Being the president and the vice president, there's not a vacation. You signed up for it. You got to do the job. And what's happening is, of course, we know Joe's gone. I mean, Joe's just gone. And we got this guy that's playing Dementia Joe walking around. And, of course, Kamala is the one she's the puppet master with this character Joe. I'm not sure. Joe should have looked into Kamala Harris's background before he even considered her as a VP, especially into her parents, her birth. It's amazing that you go to apply for a job, okay? They make you do a drug test. Well, they interview you, and then they, go through your references. And of course, then they'll go through your, full background check, call your references, all that good stuff. But when it comes to being a VP, they just pick you, and that's it. There's no background check. There's no, hey, are they really a U.S. citizen? There's none of that stuff. But that's usually only with the Democratic Party. But, they didn't check none of that stuff. They just did their own thing. Something that you probably haven't heard, you may have heard, I'm not sure, is last night there was something going on with the Secret Service after the DNC. I'll play you this and just listen closely.
1833. 33. Apparently, this is a second accident that also involves the Secret Service. Further down the street, we're going to check it out.
Wow. Alrighty. That's the one.
Alrighty. Wow. The Secret Service was involved in some sort of a accident last night. And of course, the dispatcher, she's like, oh, okay, wow. Great job. But, I'm going to play this. President Trump reacts to Kamala's speech.
Joining us now by phone, the 45th President of the United States, former President Donald Trump. Mr. President, thank you for joining us. You were truth socialing along this speech. What is your first reaction to it real time tonight?
Well, the biggest reaction is, why didn't she do the things that she's complaining about? All of these things that she talked about, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do everything, but she didn't do any of it. She could have done it 3.5 years ago. She could do it tonight by leaving the auditorium and going to Washington, D.C. and closing the border. She doesn't need a bill. I didn't have a bill. I closed the border and created the safest border we've ever had in the history of our country. She could have done all of these things, and she could still do them. She's got 4.5, 5 months left. She can go there right now. She can do all of the things, many of the things that she's talking about and complaining about. It was a lot of complaining. She didn't talk about China. She didn't talk about fracking. She didn't talk about crime. She didn't talk about 70% of our people are living in poverty. She didn't talk about housing, really. The trade deficit. She didn't talk about child trafficking that she's allowed to happen because she was the border czar and she presided over the weakest border in the history of our country. It's an invasion. I was there today, as you know, Brett. It's an invasion of our country taking place at our border, our southern border. It's a total invasion. And now it's starting at our northern border also, through Canada. And she didn't talk about any of that because she talks, but she doesn't do. It's no action. But, look, other than that, it was a nice-looking room.
It was a nice-looking room. And he's exactly right. If she wanted to do all these things with the border now and everything, she's in power. She is in power right now. And I don't know why they're not asking her, why don't you do it now? Why don't you do it now? You've already had 3.5 years and you've settled on your moneymaker and you've not done anything. And now you're going to bring America to the greatest part. You're in power, you douchebag. I mean, you're in power. And you're going to still gripe and complain. And the whole convention, they should have called this the Trump convention. And I'm going to be honest with you. I fully expect, I demand a thank you from the DNC and Kamala Harris. I do. Yes, you're right. I kept about 70% of her crowd there till the end, all because of Beyonce. And she gave her speech, and I watched how the crowd responded. And a few would clap their hands, but when they would play the big track, or the crowd's going crazy, they're just standing there looking around with their flags, brokenhearted, because Beyonce hasn't come out yet. Yes. I believe too. I had someone send me something here. Yes. And that was my next thing I was going to say, is because I believe, of course, Joe, he's on vacation. Yeah, you said 40% of the time. Yeah. Ohio, love you too. 40%. Yeah, he's on vacations. I saw this morning where Tampon 10 met with Sarah's family this morning. Yeah. What they're going to do, and being one of my friends, we go back and forth. We talk all the time. And same thing. They're going to throw Joe under the bus and claim that she's running the show because of Joe's mental status. There's still a possibility they could throw out the 25th on that and just pop him out and remove him. If that happened, that would be very biblical. Hendersonville, Tennessee. How you doing? I've been there a ton of times. Matter of fact, I'll be close by there next week. Let's see here. But yeah, saying his mental status and all that. And of course, we've known that prior to him being supposedly voted in, we knew that he had a mental issue. Hello, DC from Washington State. Hello. Listening as we drive through Kentucky. Awesome. And DC, I had a major jaw drop watching your recent live about Kim Clement. It is. We'll get on Kim Clement here in a second. But with Joe Biden, that whole thing, they could still do the 25th, invoke that 25th and remove him, which would give her a short amount of time as the president. If that happened, it could go a couple different ways. She could be a dictator and try to do what she says she's going to do. I kind of think if she did something like that, she'd probably try to go to war with someone so she could claim wartime president and not be removed. That's me personally. I don't think it's 100%, but it's a side of things that could happen. It's being prepared. Is it both sides of the aisle? have lied to us citizens? Absolutely. 56 years politicians never intended. Absolutely. They've been all about their personal gain, and it has not been about the American people. Hasn't. And it's time to change that. When Donald Trump was sworn in, the first time he said, "I'm giving power back to the people." The problem is, here's the problem. He can give power back to the people, but the people are so dependent upon the government. And power to the people means working, having a dream, doing all that. And some people don't want to do that. Some people want to just, same thing, wartime president. Yeah, some people just want to lay up on the welfare boat. Centerville, Indiana, good to see you. They just want to lay up on that boat and be supported, and go to free Beyonce concerts that don't really happen. We'll see. Kamala was speaking, and of course, anyway, she was speaking, and she was trying to. She was speaking, and she says, "This is what Trump said to Putin." But listen.
Trump, on the other hand, threatened to abandon NATO. He encouraged Putin to invade our allies. Said Russia could, quote, do whatever the hell they want. What?
She is so full of crap.
President Zelensky.
She is so full of crap. If I was going to ask anybody what Trump said, I'd probably just go look at it. I'd probably just go look it up because it's all everywhere and hear what he had to say versus taking, Kamala's voice for it. Trump has a point when he said that, why didn't she do these things that she's complaining about now? But what they do is they're like, oh, well, Trump this and Trump that. And that first clip I played at the very beginning. Do you realize how many times Trump's name was brought up? Trump. Because this whole thing hasn't been about voting, hasn't been about the American dream. It hasn't been about none of that. It's about forcing an agenda of free abortions on the streets. Mark my word. Here we go. Mark this word. If something don't change, and by a nightmare, she gets in. But I don't believe she's getting in. I know she's not going to get in. Just say for kicks and giggles, she did. If they're already doing mobile abortion clinics on the streets. When Obama was in, they were setting up these tents and giving away free phones everywhere. What makes you think that they won't get a government grant or these other companies will come in and go, hey, we want to fund this and buy these vehicles and staff these things and send them out into our streets where you can go to McDonald's and after you go have your Big Mac, you walk out in the parking lot and jump in the truck and have your abortion. It'll happen. If we don't get a hold of America, it's going to happen. My grandfather and great-grandfather would have never even thought that everything that happened this week would have happened. They never thought. They would, if they saw that, they'd be like, you better be ready because the rapture's about to take place. That's how they would address it. Because never in history have we ever blatantly advertised, posted, encouraged people, not us, but I'm talking about them, the DNC and that goofball people. The demonic national convention is what that was. For them, we've never seen in history where they've driven up a van and said, hey, free abortions, free vasectomies. No. never in America have we pulled up and we have spilt the blood of at least 27 babies in America's streets. Think about that. This ain't in banana land. This is America. America that we have put up with long enough. This shenanigans going on, and people do this in the name of freedom. What's next? I'll tell you what's next. In our nursing homes, they'll start going, well, they're over the age of such and such, so they've lived a full life, and we need more beds, and they're just taking up resources now with Social Security, so we'll just start euthanizing them. Oh, DC, there's no way. Yeah, you probably said the same thing. There'd be no way that they would do abortions, murders on the streets of America and celebrate it and dance about it. Free speech, free speech. Take our freedoms of our body. It's amazing these people that scream, my body, my decisions, are the ones that saying, I can't pay for my college. I need the government to pay it off. Your bills, you pay it, right? It's exactly what it is. If it's your bills, you pay it. Don't expect the government to bail you out. If it's your body and you don't want the government telling you what to do with that, then the government shouldn't have any say-so in your educational part. If you want to remain a stupid dumbass and walk around town, then you do that. You do that. And if you want an education, you work for it, you pay for it, and that's it. Because it's your education, not the government's education. It's your education. It's amazing how these people, my body, my decision, but then want the government to bail them out on everything else. It's absolutely ignorant. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And it's time for it to stop. It is time for it to stop. Texas, good to see you. Blood sacrifice for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, my prayer is that God would judge that party for what they've done. And I believe we're going to see it. I believe we're going to see it. And when it does happen, it's not us to sit by and go, ha, 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 look what happened to them. No, you still got to pray for them, even though they're crazies, even though they're still psychotic people. I mean, we played it yesterday. You got people on the street just trying to ask a question. Hey, why are you voting Kamala? Woo, woo, and they start screaming in your face like they got a mental problem. Somebody needs to jack their jaw for them. I mean, seriously. You know who's to blame for that? One society for engaging that and supporting that will just let them be themselves. Let me tell you something. This is a fact, okay? What I'm about to tell you. I know of a school. It's a junior high school. And they literally have litter boxes in the bathroom for these people that think they're a daggone freaking cat. And when they sit on their desk like they're a cat. And when they answer, meow. Stupid. That's America? Think of this. These are the people that'll be standing on the street screaming, my body, let me have my abortion. And these are the people that will someday be in offices that will control our Social Security, if it's still there, and any pensions we have, and whether we live or die. Think about that. I cannot believe that our school systems even support that crap. When I went to school, man, they didn't put up with nothing. I literally had a biology teacher. And that biology He was known for this. If you slept in his class, you was going to get slapped in the head by a yardstick, or either get hit in the head with an eraser. That's how we were raised. Because when you went to school, you went there to learn and pay attention. Yeah, we had fun. Yeah, we played pranks. We did all that stuff. But there were certain teachers and they took your education seriously. That's mental illness. You better believe it's mental illness. And America, I mean, we've engaged it, we've encouraged it, we've supported it, and it's a shame. It's an absolute shame. Absolute shame. I cannot believe that we have stooped down so low that we have, I mean, we've dumbed down these kids. We've let the government come in and tell us to be over education, all this other stuff. We no longer need to teach them how to write in cursive. I know people that's taking their kids to get their driver's license. They say, we need your signature. And the kid goes, what's that? Well, listen, dummy. It's called a signature. I don't know what that is. You mean you've graduated high school and you don't know what a signature is? Yeah, they don't teach it to us. What is that? Give me a break. And you got the same generation that you can't go to any restaurant and they stand there and want you to count your change for you because they don't know how to freaking count. And I purposely give the largest bill that I have when I sit down because I want them to have to count it. And some of them are too dumb and they'll stand there and go, do you want me, do I round it off? No, I want every bit of it back. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm going in the back for a second. And they go back there and they get on their phone with a calculator and try to figure up your change. I remember the days of going to the drive-ins. You remember the drive-ins? You take your Frost Top and all these different places. The great one down in Baton Rouge, if it's still there. But you would go there, and they would carry change on their side, and they would count your change right there for you. You want to know why? Because they learned how to do math in school. And these are the people that are going to lead our country in the future. Holy shnikes. Scary thought. Scary thought. It's a very scary thought. But in a world where politics is going to hell in a handbasket, our kids are being taught to be retarded, there is some good stuff. And that's the fact that everybody thought that Beyonce was going to show up yesterday. Oh, good God. We're going to take a station break and I'll be right back. I hate doing these, but we have to do these.
You are listening to the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network.
Hey, everybody, it's DC, and today I want to talk to you about Birch Gold Group. And we recently had some monumental news that no one else is actually talking about. And for the first time ever, the interest the U.S. pays on its debt surpassed every individual budget item except Social Security. And that's right. The U.S. Now spends more on interest than on national defense or even Medicare. And it's only getting worse as big government continues to spend recklessly. And that's why savvy Americans are turning to gold, and something not tied to the inflated dollar is what it is. And you too can help, can do this with the help of Birch Gold Group. And for over 20 years, Birch Gold Group has helped tens of thousands of Americans protect their retirement and savings by converting on IRA or the 401k into an IRA in gold. To learn more, go to birchgold.com/rumble, BIRCHGOLD.com/RUMBLE, and get a free, no obligation information kit on diversifying your retirement into a gold IRA. Birch Gold has earned a A+ rating with the BBB and thousands of happy customers. Protect your IRA or your 401k. If you want to do that, go to birchgold/rumble and get your free information kit on gold today. I wanted to say one thing here. On behalf of Rumble, I'm grateful for that, but I want to encourage you, the audience that's listening, to download the Rumble app. That way you get the notifications every time that we go live. And also when you do that, be sure you follow us, and it will help remind you, when we do go live. And also, the app is available everywhere for TV. It's available for TVs also. So make sure you download the Rumble app. Once you download it, you search for my channel, DC Intel. It'll pop up, and follow the channel directly on that app. This will make sure that you get a notification every time that we go live, and keeps you informed. And also, if you click on the link in the description or the pinned live chat to download the Rumble app, actually on your phone also, it's free to do that. And if you prefer to watch us on a big screen, which is pretty cool, we are also available now on Apple TV, Android TV, Fire TV, Roku, LG, and Samsung TVs. All you need to do is just search for Rumble. Once you get that, download it, search for DC Live, and every time it'll be on your big screen. Sounds great, don't it? There's nothing like a good cup of coffee. 1775coffee.com. You need to check it out. And, it's time to say goodbye to Starbucks and say hello to Rumble's 1775 coffee. It's unlike other brands. This is a coffee that backs free speech and is unapologetic about it. Visit 1775coffee.com, and you can use the promo code STUDIO to get 15% off. And the coffee comes in medium and dark roast, and it also comes in pea berry, which is also similar to the kind of coffee. And in other words, its stuff is premium. It really is. So click on the link, go to 1775 coffee and click on the link, and you can directly order from there and use the promo code STUDIO to get 15% off today. Let me tell you something. It's called the Talking Trump Doll. This is the coolest thing. I want you to go to 47doll.com, 47doll.com, and check out the Talking Trump Doll. It's a beautiful plush Trump that says about 20 of Trump's different best phrases in his own voice, and these rigged trials and everything else that's going on. And go right now to 47doll.com, 47doll.com, and use the promo code rigged trials and everything else that's going on. And go right now to 47doll.com, 47doll.com, and use the promo code FREE TRUMP, FREETURMP, to save 10% and get a free display stand if you order in the next 10 minutes at 47doll.com, 47doll.com. This is awesome.
Here are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to that. I got a question here. I'll answer it here in a second. Let's see here. I try to engage you guys as much as possible. Watching on Roku now, awesome. On Rumble, their agenda is to destroy this Does country and American citizen? Absolutely. Can't wait to see these people when they bring back the draft. Yeah, right. They'll all be, every one of them will be crying around saying they have mental illness and they can't do it. There's a better frost stop in Laplace. Okay. If I'm ever out there again, I'll check it out. Didn't get to watch all your Rumble today, but it's not there. Yeah. It'll be up this evening. We had a problem yesterday and we got it resolved. So I will say this. One of the things that we're looking at here, and you guys, everything we do here is because of the vision of what we're doing is trying to push this, the Make America Great message. Also, everything here is driven by patriots. I don't care if someone comes with advertising and they're like, hey, and they don't have the same vision, they won't advertise. We won't let them do it. So it's a safe place. And of course, now we've moved to where you can get us on Rumble. It's on Roku, all that. Even on Fire Stick, you can download it, which is great. But or you can just do it YouTube at your house or whatever. It's everywhere. One of the things that we're looking to do, just to give you an idea, and this morning and even yesterday, we were looking into it when we had our video problem, is actually working with another company that will attach itself to our website to where it'll still be Rumble and all that, and they can get it on. But at any time when you want to rewatch them again, you can come back to the website and watch it there. You can watch it live there, or you can watch the playbacks there in case, but just because stuff gets removed and stuff gets edited. We can't help that. Also, we're looking into our own TV channel. That's another thing we're looking into to do here. These are big steps, very big steps, and we need the support of people. So keep that in mind. Also, for anyone that does a $10 gift today, another thing is when you give to us, make sure you're putting in your address and all that so we can send you something back. We're not selling your information, but I give a gift to everybody that gives. But if you don't give me your address when you give, you're not going to get anything. So I'm just throwing it out there. But everybody gets if you give a $10 gift today, you can give whichever one of these Trump hats you want. These are Keep America Great, 45. Those, and also for a $25 gift, you can get right here. These are great. These are great. This is a medallion. It's a Trump medallion. These make a great gift. Great gift for people. Just specify what you want. There's only one of those left right now. And also, if you give another gift of 10, you need to specify whether you want a hat, or we have the Trump socks, gray and white. So anyway, specify what you want. These are limited here, and if you don't want any of that stuff and you just want to make a donation, you can go to our website, eiobn.com. Scroll down. There is a safe place to do that there. It's secure and encrypted also. And anyway, so let's move on. But we greatly appreciate your support. So, question that came in said, what about the Hyatt Regency in Chicago, which Kim Clement prophesied about? Has something happened that we were not told about? Absolutely. Absolutely. The only thing that you heard was that, and some of you may not even heard it, but that they got up to eat yesterday and someone, their food had maggots in it. And so, I mean, yeah, maggots in your food. Some people had already eaten and left, and then they had found it. So I guess they got extra protein for that day. But there was that, and then there was another thing that we'll talk about next week that goes along with that prophecy right there. When I told you earlier, I have to verify some stuff. I have to verify it. I don't want to throw it out there and then someone come back and go, hey, it wasn't right. I don't want to do that. I want it to be legit. The other thing next week, well, I'll get to that here in a little bit. But this is a good explanation of the finances. And before I go into that, everybody's on Sarah and all that stuff. This is Trump talking about what he believes will happen.
Interesting. It'll be a blow up like you've never seen before. It'll be a bankruptcy of the entire system, probably the nation itself.
And Trump, there's an interview and he's giving that because he's warning the nation that things are going to happen. Everything that Trump says, have you ever noticed he repeats it over and over and over? If he's repeating it over and over and over, you may want to listen. Not everything that he says is he going to say, this is happening now, this is going to happen on such and such date. That's only going to be these people on TikTok, these people that always post, EBS is coming tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Get your stuff, get ready. And then the next day they go, there was a failure in the mission. It's going to be Monday at 2 p.m. And then Monday comes along and then they're like, oh, there was another failure in the mission. It's going to be next week or give you a date. Be done with those people. I'm telling you, they're false. They're wrong. They're always wrong. Get that. And when Trump repeats himself over and over and over, you better listen, because it's not just him making a statement. He's giving you legit information, okay? Legit information that you probably need to, if you've heard him say it twice, you need to start taking it to heart. It's more than him just going blah, 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 blah. No, he's giving you something to go on. And when he's made this statement about the nation and everything going bankrupt and all that, he's not just saying that to get you to vote for him. Oh, well, if I vote for him, it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter who's in there. It's going to happen. Clint, it's going to get ugly. Absolutely. It will get ugly at some point. It really will. I don't know how bad things will get. I don't know how, I don't know that yet. If I knew, I would say. If I knew when, I'd say. But I don't even think, well, I'm not going to go that far. But everybody don't know. And it is good to be prepared, better prepared than to not be prepared and trying to get in. I know when the electric or the computer systems went down a couple months ago, everybody was scared to death. Couldn't get their money out of the ATM. Couldn't go to the store because they can't. Cause one, none of the employees can count. And if you're going to Walmart, there's only like 3 people for 60 registers, and those people are usually worn out and don't want to work. And then the young ones that run around, they can't count. So, and then they don't have anything. They don't have nothing set back to run on a cash system. It's all, when America gets faced with that, I watched a bunch of people panic just in a small period of time when things were hacked. It'll happen again. Except it'll be on a different scale. So this is actually Trey, the guy that I follow, plus also he gives good information. He researched some stuff, but he was doing a thing on this era and the quantum financial system. And I just want you to hear this.
Larry, tell me, in your opinion, are they going to collapse the dollar, the U.S. dollar?
Absolutely. The domino's fallen. We can't.
Let me say something here real quick. This ain't my music playing. So before y'all hit me up and go, turn that music down, it ain't mine. It's on the video.
Larry, tell me, in your opinion, are they going to collapse the dollar, the U.S. dollar?
Absolutely. The domino's fallen. We can't stop it. Basically, it's very simple. All they have to do is crash the global financial system. There's 2 parts to that. They have to collapse China, and that's being collapsed because of what they did with COVID. They're basically deglobalizing the world, and that is taking away trade from China and that is going to collapse the Chinese system, and basically that's a huge portion of the global financial system. Then all that's left is to collapse the dollar. And how they're going to collapse the dollar is that's where BRICS comes in. They're taking the United States and ending the world's reserve currency status, where our dollar is backed by oil. And once that happened, officially, BRICS was set up several years ago. But the pivot point that happened this year on June the 9th, they are officially not going to renew the agreement that we had. As of that point in time, the dollar is backed by nothing, not by gold, but not anything, except it's a promissory note, a promise to pay.
Which is why I keep saying to you guys, buy silver and buy gold. If you can't afford gold, you can afford silver. If you can afford these other things you all afford, you can afford this, because the dollar bill is backed by nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's scary.
And the world now has a choice. The world can purchase things in a devaluating or inflating U.S. dollar, or it can go in alignment with BRICS and purchase things that are backed by commodities like gold. So what would you do? Would you invest in the dollar, or would you invest in gold?
This is an interview with author Larry Ballard. He's the author of the book Liberty Crusade, The Fight to Save the Free World. In this interview, he's going to be talking about, we're going to be looking at the possible collapse of the United States dollar. Is the purpose of BRICS actually to crash the dollar?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They want to bring down the entire global financial system, meaning they want to collapse China by taking away from China control of the principal asset that makes them wealthy, which is control of manufacturing and trade. And they want to collapse the dollar because that collapses America. You collapse both of those countries, you have effectively collapsed the entire global financial system. Now, why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Even if our financial system wouldn't crash on its own, it will sure crash when BRICS goes into effect. We will become a third world country when it takes $55 US dollar for every dollar. Dollar or BRICS dollar. Yeah, possibly. Hello, Oklahoma. There's a guru on Telegram that has literally said the same thing about the EBS happening every day for a year. Yeah. But it's hard to tell them and like he said, the dominoes are already falling. Okay. And we've already seen so many financial things take place in our country. That's why it's important. It's important because even if we have like a big stack of cash, we're going to put it in my safe. If the value of a dollar goes, you just have a bunch of paper sitting there. Sorry, Brad. I don't know what that is. Last night, there will be no election, military step in. My thoughts on that. I tell you what, I'm going to tell you this. Next week, I'm like, that's the reason why I'm waiting until next week for that, because that will be the big thing next week, and we'll talk about Wednesday. Your financial status here, you like I said, you can have a big stack of cash in there. Hello, Georgia, Butler, Georgia. You can have a big stack of cash in there, but if the dollar goes, then it's just a bunch of in there. It's about as worth as much as Kamala.
Because the goal is to create order out of chaos. So what they always have done from the inception is they collapse a nation and then force it into one of their central banks. So we can go all the way back to before the inception of the United States and see the forming of the very first central bank. That was formed when they had the 100-year war with France and England. And this is one of those tipping points. In my book, Liberty Crusade, Fight to Save the Free World, I walk you through a chronological set of circumstances that and stop at what I call key tipping points. Mm-hmm. So that what happened is England went broke. And when they went broke, the Rothschilds stepped in and they said, we'll loan you all the money you want, but we have one little requirement. We will print your money from now on for perpetuity, and we will charge you interest for printing.
Anybody ever heard of the Rothschilds?
which automatically took England into a debt system. And
Right.
that is what we're in. And so now what they do is they create their wars in order to make governments of the world collapse financially, in order to bail them out and force them into a central banking system. And then what is the principal control mechanism that they use at that point? They control the money. He who controls the money, according to Amstel Rothschild, doesn't care who runs the government, because with enough
Who controls the money does not care who does the government. Because with money you can control anything. And I've been buying silver for over 3 years. Had a friend that I thought had half until last month or so. Now they all want to know what to do. Absolutely. I've been buying it for years too. Okay. Yeah, I've been buying it too for years, and not going crazy with it, because right now you have to find the right broker with the right price. I do know this. I stop every once in a while to different places and ask them, "Hey, what are you paying for silver?" And that rumor was a great idea and served justice. But I stopped at one place the other day. I was like, "Hey, it was like a little pawn shop or something." And I said, "Hey, what are y'all paying for just like the 1 gram bars of silver?" Just curious. "Well, we don't pay spot. We give you 42 cents. 42 cents. So you do have some people out there. That's why I say you got to find a good broker for that stuff, and someone that really knows the way around that silver and gold. That will make sure you take care of. And another thing, a lot of people will buy into companies and say, "Well, I'm buying so much gold." If you cannot hold the gold in your hand, you're not buying it. If you're buying silver and you're not holding it in your hand, what good is it? What good will it do if everything crashes and some company supposedly you bought all this gold through has the gold for you? It does you no good. That's why you have to, if you don't hold it in your hands, don't own it. You can't own it from a distance. You got to have it in your hands. So we'll be touching more on that. I know someone asked me about that. That's why I played that a little bit for them. Sorry about that. So getting back to this demonic convention that went down. Al Sharpton, the greatest racist of all. The amazing racist, the race baiter of all. The one that was the informant. Okay, we went over that a couple weeks ago. How he came public, he was an informant, and he was ratting out all of his friends. He's a rat. He's a rat. He's always been a piece of crap, and I still believe he's a piece of crap. But he don't even know how to talk. And this is how low they get. They put that piece of crap up there at the DNC, which shouldn't be really too surprising. They're utilizing Ampex and awesome on price and guarantee. Awesome. But they put him up there, and out of his great wisdom, he's about as wise as Jesse Jackson. Oh my God, that's another amazing racist. But listen to the great wisdom here of Brother Al Sharpton. He just knows how to move the people, and not only move the people, but he just unreal. We find him here. Just lost him. Good Lord. Electronics is great, but man, it can be a big pain in the butt. We'll find it. And with back out here, with these people that they choose to speak at these things, you would think that they would. There's literally no vetting. That's the crazy thing. There's no vetting. It's just people jumping up, saying what they want to say, doing what they want to do, and it's crazy. Where did this go? I'm sorry, guys. Normally these things are easy for me. Here we go. Here's your amazing racist.
We have fought too hard for women to be told to get out of the kitchen.
Oh, wait a minute. Did he just think that he just said what I thought he said?
We have fought too hard for women to be told to get out of the kitchen.
Are you stupid or something?
Well, women, I want you to know something. Al Sharpton and the Democratic Party have fought too hard to get you out of the kitchen. You professional sandwich makers. You professional house cleaners. You professional car washers, laundry people. That's what they mean. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. They're so stupid. So dumb. And they put this jackass up there.
We have fought too hard for women to be told to get out of the kitchen.
We have fought too hard for women to be told to get out of the kitchen. Well, can I ask you nicely to get out of the kitchen? Man, oh my God. They got some real sharp people, is what they've got. Really sharp people. Oh my Lord. Great stuff. Great stuff. Tonight, somebody's already asked me, yeah, I'll be on tonight. I'm going to read you this again. I love this. Why I'm voting for Trump. For those of you that say that I can't believe that you're voting for Trump, I am not just voting for him. I'm voting against socialism. I'm voting for the Second Amendment. I'm voting for the next Supreme Court justice. We need somebody good in there because if the Democrats get their chance, we're screwed again. I'm voting for the electoral college and the constitutional republic we live in. I'm voting for the police and law and order. Yes, not these crooked cops either. And there's a ton of them out there that need cleaned out. I'm voting for the military and the veterans who fought and died for this country. And if you leave it up to the Democratic Party, they would just rather just push them out and they'd be part of the abortion challenge. So they'd be euthanizing them if they could, because they don't want no one around that can remind people of what we actually fought and went through to get where we are. They want to make it all about themselves and all about, well, we've done this and you all have not done nothing. You all have done absolutely nothing. I'm sorry. You've done absolutely nothing but cause chaos and strife and pain and whatever else you want to, and you have turned America against other Americans. You've done it. And you do it in the name of your God and in the name of your agenda. It's ridiculous. I'm voting for legal immigration. Come in the country the right way. Come in the wrong way, you get the boot and you can't. No, I'm voting for the right to praise God without fear, without people making fun, without people saying you can't worship him. You got to worship who I worship. And you don't believe it ain't going to come to pass. Give it time. Give it time. And they'll be saying, oh, well, sir, you got Kamala that's already said numerous times. I played it the other day. Her saying, if I get in, I'm going straight after those Trumpers. I'm going straight after those guns. And those people that have been these so-called patriots, we're going to round them up. Bring it on, big britches. Bring it on. Bring it on. And you're going to get a good taste of America. You're going to get a great taste of what a patriot really is. You're going to piss patriots off so much that you're going to pick a fight that you can't handle. You can't do it. Can't do it. And, and I'm voting for the right to speak my opinion and have my free speech the way I'm doing right now. I'm voting for secure borders. I'm voting for these things. I'm voting for the right to praise God. I'm voting for every unborn child or soul that the Democrats want to murder and have murdered this past week. Let me tell you something. Nowhere in America is it legal to murder except under the Democratic Party. And they proved it this week. They proved it. They have absolutely proved it. I'm voting for liberty and freedom and the American dream. And you may not like what I say on here, but this is the American dream. The American dream is if you want to do something, you do it. You worked hard for it. You create it. You make it happen. And today, you're listening because of my dream. That's how it works. We dream, we build, we grow. I'm voting for good against evil. And if you don't think we're not fighting good against evil, we are. We have seen a week of debauchery, a week of weirdos. I mean, a week of just goofy stuff. Goofy stuff. And not only that, ungodly and unholy stuff. You show me where it's holy to kill a kid. You show me that. You show me. You can't because it's not right. And they have taken everything that is godly and made it ungodly. They've made it a debauchery. And I'm telling you what, when God releases his gavel up on the Democratic Party, it's going to hit the fan bigger than anything. Our job is not to laugh and point the fingers, although we probably will on some of it, but our job is to pick up the innocent people and help them. I'm not just voting for one person. I'm voting for the future of the United States of America. That's what I'm voting for. That's what I'm voting for. And I will continue to do it. Why else would they put up fences? Why else would they do all that? Why else would they do that at the DNC? Because they're scared of their own agenda. Because they know how evil they've been. MAGA, Make America Great, Elizabeth. You're exactly right, Ethel. They know what they've done. And at some point, the rooster's coming home. And it's unbelievable. So you want to know why I'm voting for Trump? I just gave you every daggone reason. And if you want to wake up tomorrow and still have your freedoms to do what you want to do, you better vote for him too. You better vote for him too. Stevie Wonder, he performed. Donald Trump, he tweeted this, and I thought it was so stinking hilarious. Stevie Wonder used to love me, loving in all caps. He was amazed by my crowd sizes. Once he told me, Donald, sir, that rally had the biggest crowd that I've ever seen. Holy gosh, that's hilarious. Tonight, 8:30, be back on. Be discussing probably what's going on with Trump today and JFK and whatever else happens take place. If you can join in, great. If you can't, understand. Next week, one other thing. Dan Scavino posted something that was hilarious. He posted a video that someone else had taken. They was on an airplane and they were flying and how they had TVs and back of all the headrests. The whole stinking plane all had Donald Trump on there yesterday. It says Donald Trump holds the first outdoor rally since his assassination attempt. And this, before I get to the other, this should show you how the character of Donald Trump is. So he's doing his campaign thing. He's out there. They've got, yeah, maybe he's not blind. Yeah. I've already heard about stuff like that. But he's out there and he's doing his campaign. He's got bulletproof glass behind him and bulletproof glass in front of him. Somebody has a problem in the crowd. So he stands there and I watch him and he stops at the edge of that glass because he knows if he goes out of that glass area, he's a target. And he still walks down out of there. And I know the Secret Service is probably pooping their pants. That he had oh my gosh, he's walking out there, and he still walked down there to that person. He is for the American people. He's for the American people. If he wasn't, he would have never walked down there. And sort of like the Democrats that plagiarize everything, sort of like all Trump's, topics and points and policies. Now that everything that they have, they always have to have a medical emergency. And they have to stop everything. And she has to walk. They're good at nothing but stealing. From policies to everything. What they're good at. But anyways, the entire plane was totally watching Trump, which is hilarious. Next week, Monday and Tuesday, probably not going to be on here. Don't freak out. Be back Wednesday. When I come back Wednesday, we're going to be talking, people have asked, we're going to be talking about military arrests, okay, in the deep state. And I want you to know this. It is very, very real. It is very, very shaking. It is to the core. And it's going down. It's going down. But next week will be it'll be a Kim Clement week like this week. You'll be like, oh crap. And I do want to say this. One thing with Trump, he did that. He was doing that speech behind the glass, the bulletproof glass, knowing that someone was out there trying to kill him. There was a guy that had vowed to go assassinate him again, had said it. Knowing that, he steps outside the protection of the glass to see that woman. And of course, then after it's over with, a news reporter wants to talk to him. Here we go.
Now, sir, I do have one question here about the situation in this area. Obviously, an assassin tried to kill you.
Yeah,
the sheriff's
Can I
right
tell
now?
you something?
Sure.
We're in danger standing here talking, so let's not talk any longer. No, I know about it, but they don't want me standing here. They don't want you standing here either. Have a good time. Thank you very much.
Because the Secret Service told him, no, we're not going to do an interview. Get in the car. There's someone out here that can kill you, pop your head off for you. And he was smart. And of course, the guy has been apprehended now. That's a good thing. But that just shows you how we're still fighting these fights. We're still fighting them. And, next week we're going to be talking about the deep state, these arrests coming down. Some of them have already taken place. I'm also going to talk about a general that did the same thing pretty much. He worked, I will give you this up, he worked in the same kind of stuff that we talked about Kim Clement last week. Same stuff. And above that, he was a general. And he saw and he exposed and he mysteriously died. So, man, if you get a chance and you can, please support us. We need it. We're wanting to grow, become bigger and better, not for just me or anything else. There's no agenda here other than getting our message out to the American people. And, it's about that. And we just need to do that. And that's what we're working for here. So tonight, 8:30 p.m., we'll be back on. And I want to leave you with this.
Who in the hell does he think he is? Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. 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 Donald 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 Trump.
Biden. I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time.
Who does he think he is?
I'll see you tonight, 8:30 p.m. Have a good day.